Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to a top 10 list about my favorite subject in games, food. I like to eat, I like to talk about food, and it kind of mind boggles me that there's not more games about food. Now I suspect that there will be as time goes by, but for now, there's not. But these are my top 10 favorite games about food. Let's get started. Number 10 is Viva Java, the dice game. So this one's about coffee. Is coffee food? I think it is. Some people say it is. Viva Java was an okay game, but the dice game really was, I just enjoyed this one. You roll dice, it's like Yahtzee, except you know how in Yahtzee you get extra rerolls? Well, in this one you had to kind of like upgrade. Like, well, now I have a special ability where I can roll an extra time. Now I can flip a die each turn. And so you were kind of buying special abilities to make your rolls better. And there was some sort of coffee theme in there, but it's fun. Viva Java dice game. Number 9, Rocky Road a la mode, ice cream. This is a really tiny little game where you have a little ice cream truck just driving around, making ice cream, getting ice cream, delivering orders to people. That's all it is. It's really small, but it works really well. Kind of a nice little tiny game, a lot of fun, Rocky Road a la mode. Number 8 is Kitchen Rush. Kitchen Rush is a real-time cooperative game. You're all working together. You have this kitchen, and you're trying to get the stuff out to people as fast as you can. So there's a timer, and you're trying to get these ingredients, and then put these ingredients together, and deliver this dish to this customer who wants it, and then we ran out of food to go get some more food from the store. And because it's a cooperative game, it's a lot of fun for everyone to play together, although a bit frenetic. Number 7 is Burger Up. Burgers. That's what this game is. This game is a game where you're basically building burgers, starting with a bun and then putting different meats and cheeses and maybe tofu or whatever it is, trying to build specific burgers so that the customers who want them are happy. There's actually several games about burgers and building burgers because it kind of just lends itself to making a good board game, but I think this one is probably the best of those, so Burger Up. My number 6 is Walkstar. Walkstar is another cooperative, real-time type game where you are running a Chinese restaurant, serving the different foods to the people who come in. They're going to come in, want food, and each of you has kind of a specific job that you're going to do. It's not as big and grandiose maybe as Kitchen Rush. It's smaller, but it's more focused, and I think it's a better game. It's a lot of fun, although it is a tough game to beat. That's Walkstar. Number 5 is A La Carte. Now this is an older game designed by a very well-known designer who did a heavy game like Democker. But A La Carte is a game in which you are cooking things and cooking different ingredients, and you're going to be pouring these ingredients out of these little bottles, but there's salt, so it's a little bit of dexterity. You're trying not to put too much salt into your pot. And sometimes you have to flip a pancake. It almost sounds like a kid's game, and it is a little bit of a kid's game, but there's also, adults can play it too. It has some really neat components. Almost looks like a little kitchen that you're playing with. A lot of fun, a la carte. Number 4 is Wasabi. Who doesn't like sushi? Well, maybe some people do, but sushi is fantastic. This is almost like picture Scrabble, where there's a bunch of ingredients in a row, and you are trying to get the right ones in a row to build different sushi rolls, and when you do that, you're going to score points. A really pretty game. Hard to find these days, but I like it. Wasabi. Number 3 is an older memory-style game called Mamma Mia. There also was a sequel to it, Solo Mia. You could mix them together, but they're the same game. In this game, you are slowly adding ingredients to a pile, and when you think there's enough ingredients there to put your pizza on top, then you got it. You put your pizza on top. But you're counting the cards, and if I'm wrong, then we can add more ingredients, and maybe you put a pizza on. It's kind of a tricky game to teach and play, but it is actually really fun. Even though it's an older game, designed by Uwe Rosenberg, by the way, of Agricola fame, this one just works really well. I like it a lot. Mamma Mia. Number 2 is Piece o' Cake, or New York Slice was the redone. So you can have cake or pizza, or both. I like both themes, actually, and both games are very similar, in which you have a pizza or a cake, and you're going to split it into different sections, and then each other person will pick one. And you're going to get points based on some of them. The pizza, I'll talk about the pizza. Some you get point for each piece of pepperoni, or you can eat the pizza right now and take those points, or you can save it and try to have the most slices of different types at the end of the game. A little bit of special abilities. Really easy game, but looks fantastic. It looks great as you're splitting up the pizza and or cake. And then number 1 food game, another sushi one, Sushi Go. Seems like sushi, burgers, and pizza make the best themes in games. But in Sushi Go, just a drafting game. You're just going to grab these cards, put them in front of you, then pass them to the next person. Extremely simple, and yet works extremely well. People play it all the time. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it, Sushi Go. Now, I should note here that when I pick these food games, I pick games specifically about food and stuff. I didn't pick games where you have to feed your people. There's a lot of those out there. There's food games coming out. There's food games on Kickstarter right now. There's other food games that I might have missed. What did I miss? Tell me in the comments. What are your favorite food games? Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.